Solving a programming problem is one thing, but becoming a better engineer, that is something that is completely different. And you might have seen this around yourselves too, either at your workplace or amongst your colleagues. There is always that one go-to person which everyone wants to talk to. They are the subject matter expert. But how did they reach there? How did they start their journey from being a junior engineer to becoming the most senior developer? What was the roadmap? And to be very honest with you, when I started my journey, I really wished that someone could give me a roadmap that, hey, if you follow this path, you will be at a very good state. So in this particular video, I want to show you 8 free resources that can help you to make that roadmap. How do you identify what do you need to solve, where do you want to look at, and how do you go up from over there? How do you see your growth actually happening? How do ideas come into your mind, and how do you think about building something bigger? So that is what we are going to look at together. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. What we're going to do is, we will look at 8 different GitHub repositories that can help you with the transition. These are great resources which can help you to convert from being a junior engineer all the way to becoming a professional. Now, even before you become a professional, you have to start somewhere, right? Now, try to think about a time when you decided that, okay, you want to be a developer. What all questions came to your mind? You had just scratched the surface of technology and you found out that, okay, there is front-end development, back-end development, Docker development, QA engineering, CI/CD, Python developer, so many things. And that is the starting point. You are currently at this position and you do not know where do you want to go. This brings us to the first resource that I want to tell you about. And this GitHub repository is the developer roadmap. What this repository is particularly helpful is, it gives you the roadmap for each of the things that you want to achieve. So let us say you want to become a Cloud Code developer. You want to become a vibe coding developer. You want to become, let us say, a AWS developer. Or let's say you want to become a Python developer. How this repo helps you is, it gives you a basic roadmap of everything that will be involved. So if you're looking at Cloud Code, these are all the things that you need to be familiar about. Similarly with vibe coding, what all do you need to know? If you want to become an AWS developer, these are all the things that you must be aware about, or these are all the things that you want to learn. For example, Python, these are all the things that you should be knowing about eventually once you become a Python developer. It gives you a very good idea about the things involved. Let us say you are deciding that, okay, I want to become a front-end developer, but you do not know half the things. It might be possible that a back-end engineering role suits you more better because those are the things that actually interest you. So this becomes a very good starting point that, okay, if I want to become an iOS developer, how will my roadmap look like? What do I need to do? I need to pick up a language. I need to understand the architecture. These are all the core concepts. These are the app concepts. This is how I build a UI. And this is the complete pathway I have to follow. It does not give you a full solution. It is just telling you, okay, these are the steps involved and that is what you will want to do eventually. In other words, this repository will help you to pick something that actually excites you. You will not waste a lot of time just trying to decide that, okay, what do I want to pick? Some people take 6 to 7 months just to get an understanding, okay, what is going to happen and what do I need to pick? Now we come to the next part. You have now picked up a technology that, okay, I want to learn about this. If you do a Google search on that particular technology, you will see n amount of courses. And the first impression that you get is, okay, what do I need to do? Is everything paid? Because most of these courses are. If you think about iOS development, you will see a lot of websites selling you courses, different resources, and you will feel that, okay, what do I need to do? Everything costs me money. And most of these results are always on the top because they are sponsored. You will never get the free and the good results high above in your search results because people need to make money, right? That is your eventual goal as well. So what do you do over here? Do you get stuck? And this is where this second resource comes in very, very handy. Free programming books. And if you check out this repository, you will be genuinely impressed. This repository has a very good free collection of all the best resources. Just look at these repositories. It has been starred by 385,000 people. So you can be sure that you are getting the very best of resources. It has all of these free things in so many languages. It has these free online courses, programming resources, problem sets, podcasts. What else do you want? For example, if I want to look at all of the resources in English language. Now, let us say I want to learn about Python. So I go over here in this resource and I check it out. Just for Python, I have 100+ resources. You can follow any of them and you will be guaranteed that you are getting the very best of resources. Now, this is one thing I have often seen between senior engineers and junior engineers. Senior engineers never stop reading, even if they are 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line. They are always picking up new books to understand what is going on. Currently, everything is transitioning towards AI. So you do not stop your learning. You want to learn about how these agents work, what is machine learning, what is the actual science behind it. And that is where all of these free resources come in very, very handy. So up till now, you have decided that, okay, I want to learn this. And now you have all of the resources available to you. But now comes the very interesting part. And I call this the tutorial trap. And I'm pretty sure you might have experienced this yourself in one way or the other. You follow the complete tutorial. You write the same piece of code as your instructor and you feel really smart. But are you learning anything? As soon as you decide to develop anything, you will see that, okay, I do not know. Where do I even start? How do I solve this? How do I do this? This is one of the most common problems that you get once you just keep on watching tutorials. And that is where this third GitHub repository comes in very, very handy. Project-based learning. Now, what is so special about it? The best way to learn any programming language or any technology is when you actually build something on top of it. Just think like this. Let us say you want to learn about games. You want to learn how games work. No matter how many tutorials you read, you will never be able to actually develop a game. The best way to learn is actually start to develop a game yourself. If you want to learn front-end development, no matter how many HTML tutorials you see, you will only learn when you decide to make a website of your own. And that is where the project-based learning website comes in very, very handy. Because just writing the Hello World program just doesn't cut it. Let us say you want to learn Python. So what do you actually do with it? This repository helps you out. Okay, what can you do? You can build a web scraping tool. You can build a web application. You can build bots. All of this with just Python. And if you follow most of these tutorials, you will be actually building one. Similarly, look at JavaScript. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to build a Jupyter Notebook extension. You want to build a tic-tac-toe game, all using JavaScript. Similarly, HTML and CSS. There are so many applications. And it actually tells you, okay, what can you do? Just pick up anything that really interests you. For example, making a chat application. What do you need to do? You got a really good tutorial that will help you to build it out and you will actually see it for yourself. This will suddenly give you the confidence which you had been lacking. You learned about JavaScript, you read everything. But when you actually start to do it, when you actually start to create an app out of it, you will not realize what you had been missing out. You will start to connect different components together and you will see the magic right happening in front of your eyes, and that will give you a confidence boost as well. Alright, so you're now at a point where you picked up a topic, you learned some of the resources, and you're actually starting to build things. You're not a beginner anymore. But this is also the part which a lot of people actually stress about. Actually proving yourself, actually trying to land an interview, and actually trying to learn what all is involved over here. And that brings me to the next resource and the next repository that I want to talk about. This is the Coding Interview University. So what is this repository about? This particular repository, just notice, this has been started by 341,000 people. And the guy who created it, this guy never got any CS degree. He just compiled all of these resources himself and landed a software engineering role at Amazon. He created this entire repository with all of the resources needed as you would have gathered with a CS degree. So, in spite of not being in a computer science curriculum, it actually tells you what all do you need to study, what all should be the topics of your selection. Now, I'm not saying that you have to learn all of this. If you have been following this path, if you have been building something, you might be already knowing a lot of this. And depending upon your area, you must be familiar with most of these topics. You just need to now fill in the gaps and formalize your knowledge. One common question I often get over here is, okay, how much time is it gonna take? For the creator who made this repository, it took him 8 months just to gather everything and land a job. I'm not saying that you will also take the same amount of time. The key over here is consistency. If you just try to devote your time, if you just try to give 1 to 2 hours every day learning about all of this, it will keep you in a very confident state. And then whenever you are about to appear, that will make you feel very, very ready. And when I say ready, I mean that you are ready with all of the topics. You know all of the knowledge. You have been building all of these tools. But there is a very interesting gap. Once you start to appear for interviews, you will soon realize that the thoughts that are in your mind, it is not very simple to articulate all of them to the person in front of you. This is where your communication skills also come in very, very handy. Think like this. You are given up with a problem statement. In your mind, everything is clear to you that, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, and I will get the answer. But when you try to communicate that thought, it can come out as garbage. It can come out in a way that is not structured. You need to be able to communicate your thoughts in a way such that you can work with a group of people. Because once you are joining any organization, it is not just you. It is a collection of all the people and how you're communicating, how you're telling what comes in your mind. And this is where I want to talk about this next GitHub repo. And this is about the tech interview handbook. What is this repository about? This repository is a very good collection about what all can you expect in an interview. What are the best practice questions? How to prepare for them? What are the best practices? Some of the cheat sheets. What are the step-by-step procedures to write a good resume? What are some of the behavioral questions? How do you prepare for all of it? So this repository is a very good collection point of all of this. Actually, what I would like to say is use both of these repositories together, the Tech Interview Handbook and the Coding Interview University. Because both of these repositories, when combined, will give you a complete structured approach. How to write your resume, what problems to practice, and what to expect when you are actually in the interview room. What kind of behavioral questions are going to come up. And the most important thing, how to negotiate. Never leave money on the table. You need to learn what kind of questions to ask and how can you contribute to their company. Because if you think about it, you need both the things, strategy and knowledge. And they cannot function until and unless you have both the things together. And look, if you often find yourself at a difficult situation on what problems do I need to appear for, my tech interview is coming up, I have this much time available. You always have my smart interview grind, which can help you to prepare and make out a plan accordingly. You can decide what is your experience level, what time is available for your interview, and what is your weekly commitment. You can then decide, okay, what companies you're targeting, what kind of topics you're targeting, and then also the difficulty. It will create a personal strategy for you, and it will give you a very good high degree of confidence that you're solving the best problems. Because this smart interview grind is community driven, and you can be very sure that you're solving the most liked problems. For example, this particular problem has been liked by 13,000 people, 4,000 people. And this has been asked in so many different companies, like 119 companies, 129 companies. So you always know that you are getting the very best. The link for this is available in my description below. Coming back to our video, we are now at a very interesting phase. You have picked up a topic, you are building projects on it, you have also landed a job. And some people feel that this is the end. Like, okay, you have achieved what you wanted to. But this is what is going to separate you from being a junior engineer to becoming an expert. You might feel that you are currently over here. You know about all of these technologies and you are working together with all of them. You are at a very good position. But this is where you have the actual opportunity to grow. Try to think like this. Just knowing about all of these technologies isn't enough. What if something breaks? What if something happens and now suddenly you do not know what to do? You rush to a person who knows about all of this and who knows how to fix it. And that brings me to the areas of actual growth. This next repository will actually help you to get over there. Build your own X. Now, this repository has been starred by 489,000 people. And it is for a reason. Why? You know that you have been using all of these different technologies, like a blockchain, like a command line tool, Docker, VMs, neural networks, operating system, all of them, right? But how do they work? A senior engineer understands the technologies behind it. Because if you know what is going on at the backend, then you can make better decisions. You can decide, okay, which database do I want to choose? And how can you do that? If you know what is the backend behind them. So if you're targeting growth, this should be your next step. Try to build something of your own. For example, Git. You want to understand how version control works. Try to make your own Git. And how can you do that? You can make it in Haskell, JavaScript, Python, whatever you like. This will actually help you understand what is happening in the backend. Let us say you want to build your own database. So what do? Pick a language and now that, okay, maybe I want to build something in Ruby. Maybe I want to build my own Redis client. So this is how you can do it. So this repository is actually making you the subject matter expert. Once you are building something of your own, just pick any technology that you like. You want to become an expert at databases? Try to make a database on your own. You are going to feel very confident when making these decisions for your company. people are gonna come to you that, okay, what do I need to do here? What could be breaking and how can you fix it? And a common question that you might get yourself over here is, why build something when it is already out there? Remember that you're not building it to replace it. You're only building it to understand how it works. How do you configure it correctly? What are the limitations? All of these things will help you to make better decisions when you're working on a grand project. And when it comes to grand projects, you will soon realize that you have to configure a lot of different services. And once you're looking at all of these different services, you're going to soon realize that you are in a subscription trap. Most of these companies now give you a subscription model. So you will see that, okay, I need to subscribe to this, and now everything is working. So this is where you might feel trapped again. Okay, what can I do? Is there a better solution to all of it? Can't I build something that is already free? Can't I host something if I have the knowledge about it? So if you check out this particular repository, Awesome Self-Hosted, this particular repository helps you to host your own applications. Think about a file sharing system. Let us say you do not want to pay Google or Microsoft just to store your files. What if you could have some sort of a file sharing system at your own home? What if you can set up a server of your own? This particular repository helps you to build all of that. And it is huge. There are so many things that you can do. For example, take a look at something very, very basic. Bookmark and link sharing. If you want to shorten links, again, it is a service. So why not build something of your own? And why are you building it? So that you understand how all of it works. And this repository is going to help you. Now notice how far we have come along in our path. You started off with a language. You learned all of the resources. You started building projects. Now you are looking at different alternatives. You are trying to build something of your own. And this is where the enlightenment happens. You will try to think that, okay, if I know all of this, can't I build something of my own? You will start to think about startups. You will start to think that, hey, what if I create a service of my own and then try to give it to the public? What if I want to make money out of all of the things that I have been learning? And this is the phase where you have actually become an expert. Now, once you become an expert, you want to understand and take the maximum advantage. You want to utilize everything that is out there. And this is why I wanted to keep this particular resource also, public APIs. Why is this necessary? When you start to build something of your own, you will soon realize that you need more information from the outside world. Let us say you are building something that is related to telephony, or you want to validate phone numbers. How do you do that without paying someone? Use this public API repo. For example, you want to verify phone numbers. NumVerify is a very good public API. If you want to look at weather, so you'll find an API for it over here. If you want to look at the historical forex rates, you will find an API over here. So all of these tools combined with all of the knowledge that you have got, it is going to help you build something of your own. And that is why I wanted to include this repository. You might notice that after doing all of this, you are now at a very good state. But in your entire journey towards growth, you will often find yourself at a crossroad with more and more technologies coming in. For example, AI. Or if you're just performing your job and there is suddenly a new tech stack, you will soon realize that you are at the same state where you started. Okay, where do you want to even proceed? Would you want to follow the same path again? So I've got an answer for you. Look at this particular repo called Awesome. And this is awesome for a reason. Look at it. It has been started by 454,000 people. And what is it? It is just a collection of one of the best repositories for each of the best repositories. So it is kind of a superset of all of the awesome things. If you want to learn something on big data, you're going to find it over here. If you want to learn something about front-end development, you're going to find it over here. So it will give you a list of all of the awesome tools that you can refer to. So I just wanted to add this repository as a bonus so that if you ever feel stuck, you know where to go and you will be at a very trusted place to find out all of the good resources. So this is your roadmap. You pick out a technology, you figure out, you learn, you build on top of it, you combine it with all of the different technologies, and then you create something big. Who knows? Maybe you are going to create the next biggest product the world has ever seen. What other repositories did you find interesting? Out of all of these repos, what appealed to you the most? Tell me everything in the comments section below and I would love to discuss all of it with you. Again, if you like these kind of videos and if you prefer more human-generated videos, please do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This really keeps me motivated and I can make more such videos. Also, a huge shout out to all of the members who support my channel. You guys really keep me going. And as a member, you do get priority reply to your comments and early access to new videos as well. Also remember that now you can schedule a one-to-one session with me and we can discuss about almost anything. Stay tuned for my upcoming video. Until then, see ya.